Thank you, Connor.
Is Julia coming today, Sonia?
I really haven't the faintest notion, my dear. You know what she's like. I sometimes wonder why she stood for the committee in the first place. You hungry? I'll have Connor whip you up a snack if you like.
No, I'll last out to lunch. How are the renovations on the beach house going?
Oh, quite well. Gerald has this little man. He does the most amazing things with slate. He's quite reasonable, too. So difficult to get a good tradesman these days.
And home help. You're really very lucky to get hold of Mrs. Connor.
I suppose so. Doesn't work, keeps to herself. Can't ask much more. Another drink?
Yes, thank you.
Connor, get Mrs. Belmont another drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Hurry up with Mrs. Belmont's drink.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Mrs. Blake phoned.
No, Mrs. Hanlon. 3 bags bloody full, Mrs. Hanlon.
Agitates in prison. 4 letters. Now, I wonder what that can be. I've got riot, but it doesn't fit with the letters across.
I don't know. Any ideas, Mrs. Connor?
Oh, come on, Louise. Connor isn't interested in crosswords.
Stir.
What?
Stir means agitate, and it's slang for prison.
Oh. Yes, it fits. I've never heard that expression before.
Well, it's amazing what you can pick up on the telly.
Connor, my guests will be here for lunch at 1. I hope you'll be ready.
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Has the jury made any mention of coming here today?
Not to me. I think she's playing golf.
3 guesses to whom she's playing with. I suppose she's entitled to her tawdry little affairs, but she might at least phone.
Well, this is excellent wine, Sonia.
Yes, 'tis interesting, isn't it? Gerald had it sent over from Dusseldorf on his last trip. Connor, yes. Top up Mrs. Belmont's glass, yes. Next month he's going to France. Wanted me to go with him. Swanning around the vineyards in search of some rare vintage, if you please.
Oh, marvellous. Surely you're going.
Of course not. Yes, Connor, what is it?
Oh, should I open another bottle, Mrs. Hanlon?
Well, of course. No, I told him. I'm far too busy. Now, this committee has a lot to do the next couple of months, and I am not going to miss out on my trip to Hawaii in August.
Thank you for a lovely lunch, Sonia.
And very productive, too.
Yes, it was enjoyable, wasn't it? I think it's a better idea to have a meeting here. You know, with some decent food and wine instead of the stuffy boardroom of the club.
We'll see you next Tuesday, then.
Oh, most certainly. Goodbye.
Bye-bye,
Bye, Alice.
Sonia.
Goodbye, Louise.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ah, Connor, have the afternoon papers arrived yet?
Yes, Mrs. Hanlon.
Well, I think I'll have them down here. It's far too nice to go indoors yet. Connor, don't forget that my husband will be bringing his partner home for dinner tonight for drinks. So we'll need some savouries before dinner.
Right, Mrs. Hanlon.
Connor, you must be exhausted. Why don't you take a break for a while? Go and lie down in your room and relax.
Well, it's all right, Mrs. Hanlon. I've nearly finished here anyway.
I feel far too lethargic. I think I should get out for a while. I might go for a drive. Won't be long.
Remember that fruit knife you cut Soil last time? You turned around and abused me because it was too sharp? Well, I've got it in my pocket.
You're not going to leave me here, surely. That's the general idea. But why not in the house?
There's less chance of you being seen out here. Besides, you might just make your way to the phone.
My husband will be home soon.
Oh, yes, poor Jerry. You don't really suppose he'll come looking for you out here, do you? As soon as he sees that house locked up and the car gone, he'll think you're away at one of your stupid committee meetings. So we're going to be here for some time, so get used to it.
Look, I'll give you anything. I'll give you some money, a head start, anything.
No, thank you, Mrs. High Society Hanlon. You've already given me quite enough already. You've taught me that just one of my mates back at Wentworth is with a dozen of you and your lot and all your so-called charity work. You know, you spend more at the hairdressers in a week than one woman normally exists on in a month. You should do yourself a favour. Down to Redfern, Newtown, with just $5 in your pocket, just for once. See how the other half lives. You see you can exist on that. Don't struggle too much, will you, Sonia? You might wear yourself out. Oh, and don't bother writing me a reference.
Sonia? Sonia, are you down there?
Thank you, Julia, dear. It was absolutely ghastly, Inspector. I quite thought she was going to kill me.
Detective Sergeant Brent, ma'am. Not Inspector, unfortunately. How long was Smith in your employ?
Oh, nearly 2 weeks.
And you never suspected her before?
Well, of course not. One doesn't expect to find a murderer under one's roof.
There have been photographs of her in the press and on television quite frequently.
I can honestly say that I never noticed them. Otherwise, I would have contacted you.
Yes, of course.
Poor Sonia, what an awful experience.
My dear, I am lucky to have escaped with my life.
Mrs. Hanlon, did Smith ever mention any friends you had here or any place you may have frequented?
If she did, I wouldn't know. The social life of my domestics is of no interest to me.
Did she go out much?
No, she seemed to keep to herself. Oh, I can understand why now.
How much money would she have had?
And her wages were due tomorrow. Last week she had about 200.
Right. Get on at WHQ, tell them confirmed sighting, and see if there's any news on the car.
I keep wondering just how long I would have lain there if you hadn't come along. Oh, my dear Julia. I shall never again curse your unreliability.
Mrs. Hanlon, there are a few more questions, I'm afraid.
Anything to put that hideous woman back behind bars.
Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, good day. Could I have a room, please?
Certainly, if you'd just like to fill that in, please.
Oh, damn, I've got to leave my paper in the taxi.
Sorry?
I left my paper in the taxi. Do you mind if I take this one?
Oh, no, it's in my gift.
Thanks. No point having a telly in your room if you haven't got a program, is there?
Oh, well, actually, the only telly is in the lounge.
Oh.
Mrs.
Willis. Well, at least I can do the crossword, can't I? Do I pay for my room now?
Well, you can pay as you leave if you like.
Oh, OK. Thanks.
Oh, would you like a paper in the morning?
Might as well. Can't go pinching yours all the time, can I? Goodbye, Sally Connor. And... hello, Kath Willis.
Told you the last time I didn't know anything, and I think you're just wasting your time.
Well, circumstances have changed since then, Miss Burns. We now know that...
Oh, this is Debbie. Debbie Phillips. She's my flatmate. This is Sergeant,
Detective Sergeant Brent, Miss Phillips. Detective Constable Rawlings.
Hello.
We didn't have the opportunity of meeting our last visit.
Last visit? Doreen?
Oh, well, I was going to tell you. See, one of my mates, B. Smith, well, she's escaped from Wentworth, and, well, she had a postcard from me with our address on it.
Oh, she what? How on earth could you be so stupid?
Well, she's my mate.
And, Sergeant, you think this woman might show up here?
We think it's a possibility.
Oh, but that's absurd.
Well, that's what I've been trying to tell him, too. B's real smart, you know. She would have figured out that the police would be sniffing around me, so she's probably hundreds of miles away.
That's not very likely, Miss Burns. We have positive identification. Smith is here, in Sydney.
Oh, gee.
Well, she's not in my flat, Sergeant, and I can assure you she won't be.
Look, all we're asking from Miss Burns is that she contact us if Smith ever gets in touch with her.
But...
It's for Smith's own good. The longer she stays on the run, the more chance there is of someone being hurt.
Don't worry, Sergeant. If Smith shows up, I shall personally call you.
Well, I think that's all then.
I'll show you out.
That's all right. We'll see ourselves out. Thank you both for your cooperation.
Don't mention it. You might at least have told me.
Anything?
Nah. I'm pretty certain Burns hasn't made contact, not yet anyway. Her flatmate wasn't very happy about being kept in the dark.
Well, do you want to keep me on it?
Oh, yeah. At least until we get some other lead.
Well, like I told you, there's been no in or out of there except the two of them.
Yeah. Sue Crowley is trailing the Burns girl. Apparently she hasn't set a foot wrong.
Well, maybe she's onto us. I mean, she's been inside. She knows the score. She could be playing us along.
No, I don't think so. She's not that bright. We just have to wait. Sooner or later, Smith will turn up.
Well, how long are you going to stay mad? I said I'm sorry.
I am not mad, Doreen. I just don't want the police popping in and out of here at all hours. I mean, after all, it's my flat.
Well, it's mine too. I pay half the rent.
Oh, which reminds me. The rent's due Monday. I think we ought to settle it before I go to the coast.
But you're only going away for 3 days.
Half the rent, that's $350. $300 for the month for groceries and electricity, and your share of that's $200.
But that's not half.
I've told you before, Doreen, you can't expect me to pay half when I hardly ever eat here. I mean, look at this week. You can sit at home and stuff yourself while I'm away working.
Some work. Going to Surfers Paradise for 3 days with some smart convention.
Now, let's see. That's $5.50 you owe me. Look, best we get it cleaned up before I go. Don't you think?
You won't be able to bank it till you get back anyhow.
Just the same, I'd like to have it. Just don't know what problems might occur in the next few days. Thanks.
That bloke's been out there all day. Do you reckon he's a cop?
So what if he is? I've got nothing to hide. And I told that sergeant that you didn't either, remember?
Yeah, okay.
Well, see you in a few days. Oh, and don't leave the lights burning unless you need them. Electricity costs a fortune. See you.
See ya. $550 bloody dollars.
1012 to VKG. Subject number 2 has left the building and is driving away in a green Gemini. Registration number KOE 452. Request a unit to Taylor.
You having trouble staying awake, Thompson?
No, Sarge. But this job's about as exciting as watching paint dry. Burns hasn't budged. Nobody's been in or out since the Phillips girl left.
Yeah, car 23 trailed her to the airport. Right now, she's winging her way to the Gold Coast.
Huh, lucky girl. Kind of beats this, wouldn't you say?
Yeah. It's only another hour, Michaels will take over. And Sue's on again in the morning. Keep at it.
Right.
"17 to VKG. The suspect has left the house and is heading down towards the ferry. We'll follow on foot."
Hi. Looks like we're going the same way, doesn't it?
Yes, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, maybe we should tag along together. Makes the trip go faster, eh? After all, it's going to be a real long day for you, just hanging around watching me all the time. I tell you what, there's a coffee lounge just across from the shop. You wait in there and I'll pick you up after work. Be much easier on your feet. Perhaps you'd like to try this one. It's not silk, but it is the colour you wanted.
Miss Burns, could you spare a moment, please?
Oh, there's a fitting room over there. I'll be with you in a moment.
Thank you.
Yes, Mrs. Dennis.
Doreen, this is Deirdre Macon. She's joining us as a salesgirl.
Sales girl? Oh, well, you're going to have an easy life. We're not exactly run off our feet.
When the sales begin, we'll need all the staff we can get.
Whatever you think. Nice to meet you, Deirdre.
Yeah, same here, Doreen. I'll come to you if I need a hand.
Oh, sure. Well, I better get back to my customer. Well, how was that?
No good. It was a bit big.
Oh, never mind.
Just arrived. There's been no sighting of the subject yet. No, not Burns, Smith. If she's going to show, it'll probably be during the lunch hour rush. Yes, will do.
What do you reckon, then?
Oh, I think I like it. Mrs. Dennis seems okay. And the work's easy enough. Certainly makes a change, anyway.
Oh, you haven't done this before, then?
Well, not for a while. I've been working in a supermarket, demonstrating makeup, that sort of stuff.
They move you around, don't they?
Pardon?
Still, all these jobs will come in handy if they ever decide to make you an undercover cop, eh?
Sorry. Don't understand.
No, of course you wouldn't. Got to go. I've got a customer waiting. Excuse me, madam, can I help you?
Oh, I don't know. What do you reckon?
Hey. another cop.
All right, Doreen, calm down.
But you've got to get out of here.
Leave now. If this look worse, she'll follow me. Yeah, well, I haven't decided what I want yet. I thought I might just pick a few out and try them on, if that's all right.
Ah, well, see if there's anything you like, and I'll be with you in a moment.
Thanks.
Why don't you look after these ladies here, and I'll look after that one? Well, you are here to work, aren't you?
Yes.
Sorry, B. I took so long because I got tied up with a customer.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, geez, I was worried about you, breaking out and all that.
No need to worry about me.
Well, it's good to see you, though. You are okay, aren't you?
Yeah, fit as a fiddle. Looking pretty dangerous yourself.
Well, I knew that you'd come to me sooner or later, but what took you so long?
I knew they'd be watching you. I didn't want to get you into any strife.
Well, you can stay with me as long as you like, you know that, and we'll find a way to fool those cops.
No, thanks, love, but no thanks. It's too risky.
Yeah, but I got this...
Forget it. We'll never get away with it. Besides, you're not going back inside for me.
I've got to do something to help. How are you off for money?
Matter of fact, I'm pretty skint. I had a fair bit of cash that won't get into Sydney. I've got a couple $100 from the old bag I was working for. That'll be gone soon. Food is so bloody expensive.
Is it ever? Well, how much do you need?
I hate to ask you for it, but just enough for me to, keep going and start off somewhere new.
Well, I'll go and see how much I got in my bag. Look, try these on in case that sneaky Macon's hanging around.
Okay.
That woman in there's certainly taking her time, isn't she?
Oh, yes. But you know what some of them are like. Real picky. You can't rush them, though.
I suppose not. Look, it's time for your coffee break. I'll look after her if you like.
Oh, my coffee break can wait.
I don't mind.
No, but she might. She looks the sort that might complain if she gets fobbed off onto somebody else, and you've got to keep the customers happy. Well, I said I'd get her another dress. It's a bigger size. You know what they're like, real vain, trying to squeeze into something that won't fit them.
I see.
You better take something and go. That cop's starting to ask funny questions.
What do you reckon she's onto us?
Well, not yet, but she will be if you stay around much longer, Snoopy bitch.
Right.
Here.
Tala.
I know it's not very much, but the bank's closed and I'll get more for you tomorrow.
That could be a hassle. I can't come back here. And your shadow will follow you everywhere.
I thought of that. I'll get rid of her.
Easier said than done.
Well, I'll think of something. I've already thought of a place for us to meet.
Where?
The State Theatre tomorrow afternoon. Do you know where it is?
I'll find it.
Well, I thought the 5 o'clock session because not many people go to that.
Okay, I'll be there.
Right, well, I'll meet you inside. Now go to the dress circle and go down near the front.
All right, you're on. That's an awful lot of money to be carrying around, huh?
Yeah, well, I thought of that too. You just keep the carry bag from the shop and bring it with you tomorrow.
Why?
Well, I'll bring another carry bag with the money in it and we'll swap them during the picture.
Oh, good one, Doreen. Couldn't do better myself.
Doreen, we have customers waiting out here.
Oh, yeah, coming, Mrs. Dennis. I better get out there before the old bugger comes in. Do you reckon this'll fit you?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I'll whip it into a bag and put the money in the till later.
Why can't I just nick it?
Because you'll get caught, that's why. See these things they put on the dresses nowadays? Well, the alarm goes off as you go through the door.
Yeah? Boy, haven't I been out of it for a while.
Doreen!
I'm coming. Listen, you get changed and come out. And I'll keep the cop busy while you leave.
Okay.
Good luck.
Yeah.
Sorry I took so long, but I've got her to buy something in the long run.
Good. When you finish, see to that lady over there. She's been waiting a while.
Yeah, sure. Oh, here. Here you are, madam. I hope you're happy with it.
Thank you. I'm sure I will be.
Oh, looks like someone's trying to knock something off.
Deirdre, come on. Well, this is in your line of work, isn't it? What are you trying to do, madam? Trying to take something out of the shop? Come on, we'll have to look at you. We'll have to get the sort of detective if you're not careful.
Looks like, there might be a bit of...
Yes, I understand your problems. But the point is, the stock was ordered for today, and we've got orders.
Mrs. Dennis.
Hold on, please. What is it, Doreen?
Now that it's not so busy, I was wondering if I could take my lunch.
What? Oh, all right.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Yes. It'll have to do then, won't it? I'll expect them tomorrow then. Damn manufacturers.
Where's Doreen?
Gone to lunch.
Oh, hell. Thanks a million.
Look, I can't keep an eye on her all the time. I'm supposed to be running a business, not a police station.
And I'm supposed to be doing my job, not chasing after customers. She could be talking to Smith by now. Okay, but you don't... It's a bit... Isn't too, so just...
Hi, Deirdre. How's things?
Oh, a bit slack. Where have you been?
Lunch. Had yours yet?
No.
Oh, well, you look as though you could do with a break. Why don't you go and ask Mrs. Dennis? I'm sure she won't mind. You can't spend all your time working, you know. I know what you were just doing, and they say that cops have an exciting life. Well, don't you reckon this is kind of dumb? Why are you tailing me 10 feet behind when I'm just going to the pictures? Why don't you come along with me?
Well...
It makes sense, doesn't it?
I suppose so. I've got the feeling nothing's going to happen anyway. Perhaps you're not such a good friend of B. Smith's as they think.
Oh, yes, I am. But she's real clever. You know, she wouldn't come anywhere near me because she knows the cops would be sniffing around me somewhere. She's a real tricky lady. You know, the last time she escaped... Oh, come on! The last time she escaped... Really looking forward to this. I've been waiting to see it for ages, haven't you? 2 thanks. You can pay me later.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Cheers. Thank you.
Tell me more about Smith.
Well, she's one of the best mates on the inside, but I suppose you know that already. She's the sort of person you could rely on, you know, a real good mate. I'd like to see her again, talk about old times, but wouldn't want to get caught for harbouring an escaped criminal. Still, there's not much chance of that happening with you around, is there? She really was top dog, you know, all the time we was inside. Of course, there was always someone trying to take over from her, you know, knock her off. But none of them lasted for too long, if you know what I mean. What about here? Not too many people, eh?
Yes, that's a good idea.
Oh, this is going to be real good. I like going to the pictures after work. How long you been a policewoman, Deirdre?
Oh, a few years.
But it isn't all boring stuff like this, eh? Ever been involved in anything like they do on the telly?
Please, Doreen.
Well, have you? You know, shootouts and stuff like that?
I'll tell you about it later. We'd better keep the noise down. I think that woman left because of you.
Geez, did she? Sorry. Just got a bit carried away. Anyway, the movie's about to start, so I better shut up, hadn't I? Well, we made it this far, but it's been a long time since I've seen you, Bea, and I've really missed you. I haven't got any mates like you or Lizzie or Jude up here, and it might be ages till we see each other again. So I thought maybe, if you're not in too much of a hurry, you could take this key and come to my flat during the day after I've gone to work. The cops will be following me, so you ought to be safe. Please try and make it. Love, Doreen. Oh, P.S. Hope 2,000 will be enough. I'll get more if you want it.
Doreen.
Hi, how you going? Listen, I know you've got to stick with me, but why don't we make it a little bit easier on ourselves?
How do you mean?
Well, I know you must feel a bit of a goose pulling up every time the bus stops, right? So why don't you just drive me to work and we'll both be happy?
Yeah, okay. Sounds logical to me.
No speeding.
Well, that sure beats the hell out of looking through prison bars.
Oh, you could have made me a cup of tea, Bea. I've had a bugger of a day.
How you going, you old tart?
Oh, terrific. Gee, it's good to see you.
Yeah. I wish you could have seen your face in that shop.
Well, what do you expect? It's not every day you come face to face with a double murderess.
Which reminds me, is your watchdog still outside?
I wouldn't be a bit surprised. Yep, there he is, the poor man's Pink Panther. G'day, Spunky! I love doing that. Every time I wave to him, he ducks behind a car and makes out he doesn't even know who I am.
Same old Doreen. Well, looks like I have to stay here the night. You're not expecting anyone, are you?
No, me flatmate's away for a couple of days, so you can hang around here until she gets back if you like.
Thanks, love, but no thanks. I think I better keep heading north. Might as well keep going when my luck holds.
Oh, yeah, but you've done all right so far. But how did you do it? Did you really just walk out of Wentworth like they said you did on the telly?
Yeah. I can hardly believe it myself. Look, I'm starving. I'll tell you about it when we get tea.
No, look, I'll get it. I've learned to cook, you know. You just sit there and relax.
195 a week? He must be joking.
Yeah, but that covers everything. Well, it doesn't, really. It doesn't cover me fares or if I go out, but almost everything else.
Well, that sort of money I'd want to. God, I'd want hot and cold running blokes. How much do you earn at the shop?
Not enough. That's the problem. My bank account's taken a real hard knock.
Well, then why the hell live here? Why not?
I've got to be. I know it sounds crazy, but Barbara Fields once said something to me and I reckon it makes a lot of sense. She said if you really want to make a go of it in this world, you've got to put up a bit of a front.
What?
Well, you know what it's like. If you look as though you've got a bit of money, people treat you a bit decent. I mean, look at me in that halfway house. They treated me like I was a charity case. I mean, they meant well enough, but, well, you could practically see their halos light up every time they smiled or gave you $1.
What about your flatmate, what's her name, Debbie?
She's all right. She's a bit tight with her money, that's all. She wants me to pay a bit more for food than her because she reckons I eat more. But that doesn't go for all her freeloading friends that come over here.
Look, I know it's not my life. But why don't you move out of here to the other side of the harbour? Here you're only paying for the view. I know I shouldn't talk after all the money I've taken.
Oh, shut up, Bea. That's different. You're my mate, remember?
And Debbie isn't, right?
Well, I suppose I was a bit spoiled at Wentworth, wasn't I? Not everybody's like you and Lizzie. Only me. Do you want a beer?
Yeah, you were buying.
Oh, only if you're pouring. Hey, were there any problems today?
No, no worries. Except I started making a salad and I couldn't find a decent knife.
Oh, yeah, that's 'cause the good knife is in the fuse box. I couldn't find a screwdriver.
Well, that figures, because the screwdriver's in with a knife.
Yeah, it's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Look, I'm glad you're here, 'cause guess what? I'm starving.
You're not kidding. I'm so hungry I could chew the leg off
Of a
live
low-flying duck. You don't really have to go tomorrow, do you, Bea?
Yes, love, I do.
You could stay on another day.
No, Doreen, I don't want to push my luck. Besides, you've done enough for me already.
Yeah, but that's 'cause we're mates.
And that's another reason. You've done really well for yourself, and I'm proud of you. If anything happened to you because of me, I'd never forgive myself.
What the hell's that? Who is it? Debbie.
I'm sorry, Doreen. I know I should have called. I just didn't get a chance. Everything happened so quickly. Anyway, I didn't check the mailbox. I'll do it now. You can introduce your friend to me when
Hold
I
it! I'm warning you, you try and leave here and your flatmate is going to have throat trouble.
Please, Debbie.
What do you want?
Doreen here is not being very cooperative. So much for old mates. So it's up to you.
Go on.
For starters, you can go and see if the cops are still out front. Don't be stupid. From the window. Well?
I can't see any police.
He's in an unmarked car, silver, registration number KDH540.
Yes, he's looking up.
Well, wave to him. Now come here and get that clothesline from the bathroom.
What do you want?
Get! If you're not back here in 2 seconds, your flatmate is going to be mincemeat. You better have this back.
Why, Bea?
I'm caught with it on me. They'll know you gave it to me.
Okay. Hell, I'm gonna miss you, Bea.
Just keep going straight. I'm real proud of you. Thanks for everything. Toss it over here. Now get over here and lie face down on the floor. Here, tie her up.
Oh, come off it.
Do it! Okay, you two, just keep looking at the floor. This is where I say goodbye.
Debbie, don't. She might come back. Debbie, don't. You don't know what she's like.
No, Sarge. Nothing since the Phillip girls entered the premises.
Well, stay on it, Jack. That exchange opens at 1900. Cars 4 and 5 are still around the corner in Green Street. Nothing to report from them either. Maybe we're on a dead duck here, but you never know.
I think we'll have to change the surveillance car, Sarge. The Burns girl keeps waving at me. Hang on, that's not her. Something's wrong. Excuse me, madam. Police here. We'll need you to come down to the station, give us a statement sometime.
But not today.
No, tomorrow will be fine. Well, thanks for your help, ladies. I'll see myself out.
Oh, thank God that's over with. Doreen?
Yeah? Oh, yeah, terrific.
Do me a favour. Next time you have friends around, make sure they're not on the run, will you?
There won't be next time, Debbie. moving out.
Moving? Why?
Just can't afford to stay on this side of the harbour anymore.
Oh, well, thanks very much. How am I supposed to afford this on my own?
Well, you'll be all right. You'll find someone else. I'm sorry, Deb, but I am going. I've been talking to a friend and she said that I'd be mad for staying here.
Oh, I see. She's talked you into moving in with her, has she?
No. No, she didn't, as a matter of fact. But I wouldn't mind. She was the best friend I ever had.